What's going on out there? I'm your host, Talking Face, and this could be news brought to you by Royal Family Studios. Do the YouTube thing and subscribe to the page, hit the bell for notifications, like this video, and drop a comment down below to beat the algorithm. We're trying to get to a couple thousand subscribers, and only you can help us. We're going to cover a couple topics today. One is one that I try to really stay away from, which was COVID-19, the coronavirus. And the only reason why I had to speak about this is because of the video that Juvenile and Manny Fresh decided to advertise to get vaccinated.
You finna online date chat, find a mate chat, open up BOK ass, okay yeah, profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat, gotta go vaccinate chat, get it straight chat.
I gotta stop this real quick. They decided to ruin a classic song for the black community and clubs everywhere to push a government narrative. But let's keep going. I didn't want to interrupt that quickly, but just listen to this crap.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
I know you can't stand it, no holding hands chick, but when we get the shot, we gon' be romancing. Girl, you could be the queen after quarantine. We could meet up at the spot and we could do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm your mate chat. Download the app, shawty, you ain't gotta wait chat. I love it when you hold me.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Call me crazy, but I don't feel comfortable with Juvenile telling any young man that he's a handsome young brother. And I had to go to a tweet that Candace Owens put out, and it pretty much says how I feel about the whole situation. She tweeted out, and I quote, "Any product that invokes elements of fear, bribery, and coercion to render your submission should be questioned. And this advertisement, along with others, should be questioned, especially in the black community. Because why is the government using rap to push a vaccine on us? And they believe that it's just because of past situations where black people were experimented on for medical science. But honestly, black people are choosing not to take the vaccine along with everyone else because they actually did the research. Call me crazy, but people can think for themselves. In this particular issue, it shows how disgusting that the government really is when it comes down to the treatment of black people. Because they think that we're so dumb that we need music videos, rap videos, in order to speak to us. I mean, they've done it before. Our next story is what Joe Biden decided to do. He wants to end the war in Afghanistan after 20 years on August 31st. And his first step was to pull troops out of Afghanistan without telling Afghanistani officials. Well, at least until a couple hours later when they found out for themselves. And this was his response to it.
A silly question. Do I trust the Taliban? No. But I trust the capacity of the Afghan military, who is better trained, better equipped, and more competent in terms of conducting war. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. President. Given the amount of money that has been spent and the number of lives that have been lost, in your view, with making this decision, were the last 20 years worth it?
You know my record. I can tell by the way you asked the question. I opposed permanently having American forces in Afghanistan. The focus we had, and I strongly supported, and you may remember, I physically went to Afghanistan. I was up in that pass where Osama bin Laden was allegedly escaped or out of harm's way. We went for two reasons. One, to bring Osama bin Laden to the gates of hell, as I said at the time. The second reason was to eliminate al-Qaeda's capacity to deal with more attacks in the United States from that territory. We accomplished both of those objectives.
Why do y'all let this man speak? I mean, honestly, this should be considered elderly abuse because he can't talk. Why put him in front of a podium? Leave this man alone. Just let him stay locked up in his room and let Kamala Harris do whatever evil thing she wants to do. because that's who's really running the show. And the other news is with the LGBT community. Now, they want to say that it's just the people who's part of this revolution of sexual freedom or whatever, I don't know. But it's really the same thing as Black Lives Matter. It is a political organization. It's not just letters, acronyms. It is literally a political organization that's trying to change the landscape of America. Now, I speak about the LGBT community and how they try to target kids, and everyone seems not to believe it. But then this chorus comes out where this man is singing about it, and he says something totally different than what y'all believe.
We all lead lives you can't respect, but you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Funny, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protest. Oh, and you'll be disgusted when they start finding things online that you've kept far from their sight. We'll convert your children, yes we will. Reaching one and all, there's really no escaping it. 'Cause even grandma likes RuPaul, and the world's getting kinder. Gen Z's gayer than Grindr. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. The gay agenda is coming home. The gay agenda is here.
And I want to say thank you to this group who pretty much solidified all the paranoia that certain people had about the LGBT community. One was that you said that people were born homosexual, but apparently it is a choice because you're trying to convert kids. And two is that you're trying to convert kids when for the longest y'all were saying that y'all wasn't. So good job. Thank you for bringing this out and letting people know the facts. The reason why he feels so comfortable into saying this, well, singing it, is because they don't care. They can tell the truth because no one can do anything about it because it's practically too late because everyone's so comfortable with the things that's going on and comfortable with their lives that they don't notice what's going on their television, on social media, and all these things because it's always blanketed with the guise of if you have something different to say, it is hate. But it's not hate. Honestly, people have to be able to risk offending someone in order to think clearly. And with what's going on between when Barack Obama got in office, matter of fact, his second term, until now, people are too fearful in order to speak and say the truth. And it's because you don't want to be labeled as a bigot, or you don't want to seem like you're promoting hate speech. But this is America, and our First Amendment right is the freedom of speech. And sometimes speech is offensive. But what do you believe? Do you really think that the government has our best interests and we should just let the government do what they want along with these small groups like Black Lives Matter and the LGBT community? Or do you want to actually fight for your freedom? But that's all I have for you today. I'm your host, Talking Face, and this could be news brought to you by Royal Family Studios. Remember to do the YouTube thing. Subscribe to the page, like the video. Tell your friends about us. Hit the bell for notifications and drop comments down below. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up. Don't take my word for gold. You do your own research. Peace.